that, folks. We had a little bit of a, technical mishap there. We'll get this fixed here in a second. Hopefully somebody's at least trying to watch or something like that. There it is. So we'll go ahead and try and share this on our social medias so we can at least get our audience back. But so far, we're tied 2-2 here in the fourth. Harold Ramirez waits at second. Jorge Alfaro is at the plate. It's a full count with 2 outs. But we'll try and figure out things here in a second. There we go. We shall post that. But kind of a interesting thing. We stream these on PS4 on the PlayStation, and sometimes it'll go screwy and you kind of lose everything kind of stops working. So hopefully we can get this fixed here in a second. That way people can watch. And there we go. We'll post that for our fans there on Facebook, and we'll get back underway here. So full count here to Jorge Alfaro, the catcher. Runner at second. 2 outs here in the fourth. Here's the pitch. And called strike 3. So little suspense there. Castellani gets out of the inning. We have the fifth. We're still tied at 2 here at Marlins Park. 4, 5, and 6 due up for the Rockies. As the Marlins go to the bullpen, they go for Josh Roeder. Making his 18th appearance. He's 1-0, 9.78 ERA. Kind of having a rough go of it. So Charlie Blackmon will lead things off. Will walk in the third. Here's the first pitch to Blackmon. There's a ball 1. Sorry about the technical difficulties. They happen every once in a while. And the way we have to do it is we have to basically restart, do a new broadcast. So that creates a new link on YouTube that I then have to share. So hopefully you can find us. If not, we'll share it on our Facebook and all that stuff. This one's lined foul. It's 2-1. Well, Jose Urena threw a ton of pitches. He leads with a game tied at 2. He goes 4 innings. And this is Tapper to first. Sliding stop by Cooper. Takes to the bag himself. And there's one away here. So I'll bring up Trevor Story. 1 for 2. Single in the second. And here's the pitch. That one's hit foul. 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Catches the zone there. 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 to Story. Hit high and deep to left center field. That's going to get down for extra bases. Story rounds second. He'll head to third. The throw into third. Not in time as he's in there safely with a 1-out triple. Good piece of it there by Trevor Story. Lines it into the gap, and the way Marlins Park is situated as he cuts the bag there at second is it's deep enough and Story runs well enough that he's able to hustle into third with a sliding triple. So the Rockies have a man at third with one out. Now bring up Daniel Murphy, who singled, came around to score. Pitch misses low, ball one. So 1-0 pitch to Murphy. Catches the zone there. It's 1-1. Well, this is a situation that the Rockies, as always, kind of struggle with. So they look to take a lead here in the fifth. The 1-1 just misses high, 2-1. Almost the same exact pitch, but that curveball kind of gives the appearance of a ball. And so that's how the umpire calls it. Here's the 2-1 to Murphy. Big swing and a miss there. It's 2-2. Roeder trying to work around that one-out triple. Trevor Story waiting at third. This one's hit high and deep into right center field. That's going to get down. Run scores. Murphy heads into second with an RBI double. So a triple and a double to opposite gaps. His 11th double of the year. Rockies take a 3-2 lead. One with the curveball. And Murphy's just sitting on it. Almost sends it out of the ballpark. One hops the wall. And I'll bring up Ryan McMahon with a man at second. One out. Eliezer Hernandez and Adam Conley warm up in the Marlins bullpen. And Conley and Eliezer Hernandez. It's 0-1 now on McMahon. The 0-1 misses, 1-1. Pitch runs up and in, 2-1. The 2-1 to McMahon. Swing and a miss, evens the count at 2. A 2-2 to McMahon. Runs inside, 3-2. Tony Walters waits on deck. A couple of walks to his credit. So another payoff pitch to McMahon. Tapper in front of the mound. Roeder's got it. He'll throw on to first. In the meantime, Murphy moves up to third. And there's two away here for Tony Walters. So man waiting at third. And Walters, who has 2 walks so far. Here's the first pitch to Walters, in there for a called strike. The 0-1 to Walters. Big swing and a miss there on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Pulled the string with the changeup. The 0-2 to Walters. In the dirt, 1-2. Comes the 1-2 to Walters. Jams him into right field. Ramirez comes on, makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. But the Rockies, thanks to Daniel Murphy's RBI double, they take a 3-2 lead as we head to the bottom of the fifth. We'll get some news and articles from what we can find in the bottom of the inning when we come back. Well, it's back here in Marlins Park. We're here in the bottom of the fifth. Rockies lead it 3-2. As the Marlins look to try to answer back. Ryan Castellani in his fifth inning of work. It's been pretty effective so far. There's Don Mattingly telling him to shave his sideburns. We'll get a pinch hitter here. Francisco Cervelli. Here's the first pitch to Cervelli. This one is crushed to left field. That ball is gone. Just keeps it fair. And just like that, this ball game's tied. First pitch he sees as a pinch hitter. Cervelli just crushes that one. This game's all tied up at 3. I was going to say, it's been hard for Cervelli, who's dealt with so many concussions and then got picked up by the Marlins finally after being sent over to the Braves from the Pirates last season. And then he's ended up here with the Marlins, and there you go, gets his first homer of the year on just that towering shot. Knew it right off the bat. Left it up, and he doesn't miss that. 382 feet on that one. 102 off the bat. Wraps it around the foul pole. So we're tied at 3 with nobody out here in the fifth. Jonathan VR, 1 for 1 in this one. Takes strike one. Cervelli, one of those better hitting catchers here, but like I said, the concussions were starting to get to him with the Pirates, and so he finally had to, they kind of called it quits on him. Here's the 0-1 to VR. Catches the zone, it's 0-2. VR in his last game went 1 for 3 with a single. Another 0-2 pitch. This one's skied out to left. Hilliard runs, makes the catch, and there's one away here.
Now batting, shortstop, Miguel Rojas.
All right, Miguel Rojas, 1 for 2, single and an RBI. And a called strike there. It's 0-1. Last 6 games, Rojas has got a couple of doubles and 4 RBIs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch.
Nope.
Misses low, ball 1. Here's the 1-1 to Rojas. Big swing and a miss there. It's 1-2. Tapper in front of home plate. Castellani picks it up, throws on to first, and he gets the out. 2 away here in the fifth.
The left fielder, number 23, Corey Dickerson.
Followed me up Corey Dickerson. Haven't had much time to talk about him, and I still need to. We'll do news and articles next inning, if I can find them. So Corey Dickerson started with the Rockies, and then even in 2016 he was traded to Tampa Bay for Jake McGee and Herman Marquez and somebody else. Well, then with the Tampa Bay Rays, he kind of figured out his career a little bit, did pretty well, became an all-star, and then went to the Pirates, where he spent a season or 2. So he spent 2018-2019 with the Pirates, and then got traded to the Phillies at the deadline. Ended the season with the Phillies. So he's done pretty well for himself. Gets a 2-year deal here with the Marlins. 2019, he ended with a .304 average with 12 home runs, 59 RBIs, 16 walks on the year. Payoff pitch. McMahon backhands it. Jump throw in the dirt, but a nice pick there by Daniel Murphy retires the side. And Francisco Cervelli, the pinch hitter, hits a booming home run to left field We're all tied up at 3 as we head to the 6th.
Your attention, please.
Eliezer Hernandez will appear now for the Marlins, making his 30th appearance. He's 2-0, 5.88 ERA, 23 strikeouts, 21 walks, 33 and 2/3 innings of work. Kind of split 260 batting average against him from both sides. As Ryan Castellani will lead things off. Brandon Kinsler and Adam Conley warm up still in the Marlins bullpen. Jose Urena only goes 4 innings through it. Quite a few pitches. Rockies got to that bullpen quick in the 5th with John Roeder, who threw last inning. Swing and a miss there by Castellani. 0-2. Well, it's still just mostly a lot of speculation and whatnot, but check swing there. Says he didn't go around. 1-2. So there's a lot of different news happening now. Still Major League Baseball and the Players Union trying to figure out how they're going to have the season this year. Still negotiating a lot of things. This one's lifted out to left field. Dickerson in, makes the catch. And there's one away here to start the 6th. Probably one of the bigger things was Blake Snell, the pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays. David Dahl stands in now. Sacrifice fly and a walk and an RBI in this one. One away here in the 6th. Is that Snell says that pretty much if there is a season and there's going to be a pay cut or a pay reduction for the players, he will not play in the 2020 season. And there's people that it can kind of go both ways on this. Depend on how much the league is trying to undercut them of their salaries. It's understandable, though. They're worried about their health and such, and they feel they should be fairly compensated. But it also goes to show a lot of these guys, depending on them, are getting paid more than a ton of other people are. Here's the 1-1 to Dahl. This is outside 2-1. So it's kind of just a hard position to take, and there's just so many sides to it. Opposition on both sides. Everybody kind of gets a little nasty. He can do his own thing. It's his choice. It's still kind of figure out what the players and the league deem fair. Chopper to second. VR throws on to first. And there's 2 away here. So that's kind of the most interesting thing to see is how much are they willing to have their pay reduced? How much are they willing to play for? And whatnot. And so it's kind of interesting. Once again, Trevor Bauer making headlines by saying the MLB's plan is laughable. He's very outspoken. He's always trying to cause controversy, and sometimes a little Trevor Bauer, a little more outspoken than maybe should be. Just kind of his opinions and whatnot. He's a very harsh individual. It's kind of crazy. Here's the 1-0 to Hilliard. Catches the outside zone, 1-1. But Rob Manfred saying that he's will never force players or try to force them to play or be part of that or whatnot. So they're still not sure what the end goal is. They're still hoping to start in late June, and got him to chase there on the changeup. Bad swing there by Hilliard. Rockies go down 1-2-3 here. In the 6th, Eliezer Hernandez mowing down the Rockies there in the 6th. We're to the bottom of the inning. We're still tied at 3 here in Marlins Park. As Garrett Cooper, the first baseman, will lead things off. 0-2. Castellani still out there. Jairo Diaz and Wade Davis warmed up in the Rockies bullpen. Castellani at 75 pitches. Hangs a slider there, but Cooper fouls it back. Acquired from the Yankees in 2017. But it's still just arguing of when's baseball going to be able to return, and we still don't know. And the one thing that nobody's really been talking about, the 0-2 misses high. is the effect of minor league baseball. I've touched on it quite a bit. I had John Heyman today reporting on Twitter that, for what it sounds like, teams are preparing as if there is no minor league season. Because of the proposal, they'll have rosters roughly of up to 50. You can have taxi cab rosters, so you'll field 30 guys, but you have a roster of 50 you can pull from. And so that kind of gives indications that there isn't a minor league season. Pitch runs outside and runs the count full on Cooper. So that's kind of rough. People are still wondering. We haven't really heard anything official out of Major League Baseball or minor league baseball of what in the world is happening, and that's kind of unfortunate for a ton of the workers and people who were planning on either playing or working in minor league baseball this season. So that's kind of frustrating on all accounts. Here's the payoff pitch again to Cooper. Got him swinging on the slider. And there's one away here in the sixth. Third strikeout of the game for Ryan Castellani. There haven't been a lot of strikeouts in this game for either side. I'll bring up Brian Anderson, the third baseman. Bats now. He's 0 for 2 tonight. 83 pitches for Castellani so far. Pitch runs high, ball one. Starting pitching for the Rockies has been a little better as of late. Had solid outings from Chichi Gonzalez. Kyle Freeland yesterday. Herman Marquez, and the 2-0 runs outside. 3-0. John Gray, a couple of days ago. Interesting stuff. The 3-0 to Castellani, or to Anderson, and there for a called strike. It's 3-1. 87 pitches for Castellani. It's now 3-1. So that's kind of my little 2 bits on him. There's not much else I can find that's going on. This one's lifted out to deep left field. Shy of the warning track is Hilliard, who makes the catch. 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Harold Ramirez.
Bring up Harold Ramirez, 1 for 2. Double in the fourth. It's 2 outs here. We're tied 3-3 in the sixth. First pitch swinging. Soft fly ball to right field. Blackman's there to make the catch, and that'll retire the side. We're through 6 here at Marlins Park. We head to the 7th. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Rockies here in Marlins Park in Miami. Nolan Arenado, the Rockies' third baseman, will lead things off. He's 1 for 3. He's got an RBI. Eliezer Hernandez still out there for the Marlins. Had a successful 6th inning, so he's back out there for the 7th. We're tied at 3. First pitch to Arenado's the slider. He fouls it off. But who knows? Hopefully, we just hope baseball can come back eventually. Here's the 0-1 to Arenado. This one's lined into left, but coming in is Dickerson, and he makes the catch. And there's one away here in the 7th. I'll bring up Charlie Blackmon. Hard hit ball, and there's been a few of those tonight. They've been hit right at opposing players, and so there's one away here for Charlie Blackmon. Walked back in the second. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Here's the first pitch. Called on the outside corner for a strike. Went the 4-seamer at 90 miles an hour. And it's 0-1. Pitch runs high, 1-1. Well, if you're AT&T Sports Net cable subscriber of some kind, if you have access to watch AT&T Sportsnet, you'd be able to watch Ubaldo Jimenez's no-hitter tonight that he had against the Braves. This one's hit high and deep to center field. Going back is Joyce to the wall. He'll run out of real estate. Gone! Solo home run for Charlie Blackmon. His 9th of the year. And the Rockies take a 4-3 lead here in the 7th. 400 feet on that one. He can chalk that one up for the good guys. 105 off the bat. Wasn't sure if he got all of it. Hit it to the deepest part of the ballpark, but gets a good piece of it. And Joyce just runs out of room as that hits up into the stands. And so Rockies take a 4-3 lead here in the 7th. They have the lead once again. I'm bringing Trevor Story is 2 for 3 tonight. Triple, a single, and a run scored. And Hernandez misses low with the changeup. A lot of clutch hits by the Rockies. But now it kind of makes you wonder still of how will the bullpen respond. Will they be able to keep these Marlins down or what? As of late, the Rockies pitching has been a little bit better. Yesterday they threw up quite a few scoreless innings, save Scott Oberg in the 11th. Scott Oberg, who we saw struggle in the game the other day on Wednesday when he walked in a run, left the bases loaded against the Giants. Here's the 3-0 to Story. Taken all the way, strike one. How about Charlie Blackmon giving the Rockies another lead here in this one? It's kind of been a back and forth affair. It's always fun when you got those slug matches going. Here's the 3-1 to Story. Fouls that one away and run the count full. Because the Rockies scored 1 and then the Marlins answered back and scored 2. Then the Rockies tied it up. Then they took the lead. And then the Marlins tied it up. And now the Rockies have taken the lead once again. It's kind of been a leapfrog affair tonight for them. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Story. Tapper to third. Gets past Anderson. So through the hole for a base hit. And Story's 3 for 4 tonight. Ran up, down and in on him. Beats into the ground, but is able to bounce it past Anderson and Rojas. I'll bring Daniel Murphy, who's 2 for 3 at the double and an RBI. Single runner takes off for second. The throw down, not in time. Story's in well ahead of the throw. Oh, and it looks like Story's hurt himself. Looks like he's hurt his calf. Doesn't look too bad. Maybe he'll be day-to-day, but he'll have to come out of the game. That's a big loss there as Chris Owings will pinch run for him. Bit of bad luck there for the Rockies. You need Story. Hopefully, it's just a little minor strain or stiffness, and he'll be day-to-day. Here's the 0-1. Lifted back behind second. VR's there, makes the catch. And it's 2 away here in the 7th. Bad luck there for the Rockies. Trevor Story, we're going to be kind of sit on how things turn out for him. Ryan McMahon, the man up now. He's 1 for 3. Single back in the 4th. So we have 2 away here. Man at second. First pitch swinging, fouls it off. It's 0-1. As I was saying, tonight was AT&T Sportsnet. They're showing a Rockies classic of Ubaldo Jimenez throwing a no-hitter for the Rockies in 2010 against the Braves. Hit back behind third. Anderson's there. Makes the catch. And that'll retire the side. But Charlie Blackmon gives the Rockies a 4-3 lead here with his homer to center field. Way to the bottom of the inning. 4-3 Rockies. Trevor Story having to come out of the game with his calf. So we'll have Chris Owings filling at shortstop here. He's about your only option for that, and we're going to get a double switch here. We'll see what Bud Black does here. Josh Fuentes comes in for Daniel Murphy. Jairo Diaz will come in now, 27th appearance, 6.43 ERA, 1-0. 23 strikeouts to 6 walks, but the problem with Diaz is we've seen him giving up home runs quite a bit. He's Carlos Estevez warms up. We'll face Matt Joyce. Matt Joyce 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out in this one. This will be a test for Diaz. Once again, he's been handed a lead here in the 7th. See what he can do with it, if he can maintain it. First pitch in there. Strike one. 0-1 the count. Kicks and deals. Big swing and a miss there. It's 0-2. We've seen Diaz manage to get outs, but it's just limiting damage after you get 2 outs. This one's fouled away. It's 0-2. He's had a hard time closing out innings. But you can see Ubaldo's no-hitter tonight on TV at 7 Mountain Standard Time, I believe. Runs up and in, almost hits Joyce. 1-2. Only hit no-hitter in Rockies history. Part of Ubaldo's just stellar 2010, where he had an amazing first half. Kind of petered out in the second half. But the only Rockies pitcher to ever start the All-Star game. Ubaldo just did amazing that first half. Got the no-hitter. And you gotta give it up to, I believe Dexter Fowler made a game-saving catch, no-hitter. That saving catch out in center field, that was just incredible. If you've never seen it, you need to look it up. Here comes the 2-2 to Matt Joyce. Misses outside. 3-2. So we had Joyce down 0-2. And now he's come back 3-2. Here's the 3-2. Bouncer to first. Fuentes has got it. He'll take it to the bag. And there's one away here.
Now batting, catcher, Jorge Alfaro.
So Jorge Alfaro will hit now. 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Rockies won that game against the Braves 4-0. He just kind of mowed through the It's 2-0 now. I'm trying to look up the play on Dexter Fowler. Ubaldo helped himself out, had an RBI single in that game. Here's the 2-0 to Alfaro. Grounded back up the middle for a base hit. So there's a 1-out single here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Pinch hitting for the Marlins.
We'll get a pinch hit here.
70. Chisholm.
So Jazz Chisholm. In an appearance here, he'll pinch hit with 1 out. Man at first. He's hitting .250 on the year. One of the big acquisitions by the Marlins. And a called strike there. That misses high. It's 2-1 on Chisholm. Runner at first. Runs inside. So I'm looking here at the highlights of that no-hitter. And in the 7th, Rockies are up 4-1 on a 3-1 pitch. Hit it out to deep left center field. Dexter Fowler runs a long way, makes a diving catch. Saves the no-hitter with 1 out in the 7th. Here's the 3-2 to Chisholm. Hits that one foul. It kind of breathes a sigh of relief there. It was hit high and deep into left center field, and he ran it down. So phenomenal play by Dexter Fowler to save that no-hitter, made it possible. That was easily a double. Payoff pitch to Jazz Chisholm, throws over to first. Alfaro is back easily. Dexter Fowler was busy that night, it looks like. Another throw over to first. Alfaro is back easily. This one's fouled away. 8 pitches. It's at bat to Chisholm. 3-2. Hits this one out to left field. Hilliard. Diving catch. Makes it. In foul territory. And there's 2 away here. Good job there by Sam Hilliard. We've seen him have quite a few gems in left field. Trailing away from him. Long run. Kind of tailing away. Dives at the last second. Makes the catch in foul territory. And there's 2 away here. We're going to get Wade Davis here to pitch now. Making his 21st appearance. He's 2-1. 3.44 ERA, 17 strikeouts, 14 walks. Walks have really plagued him. But Black will ask him to get the 3rd out of this inning. Here in the 7th, he'll face Jonathan VR. It's 1 for 2. Here's the first pitch to VR. Swinging and popped out to center field. Dahls there. Makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. So Rockies work around the single. We head to the 8th. 8-9-1 due up for the Rockies. They lead this one 4-3. Adam Conley will pitch now for the Marlins. Left-hander's making his 20th appearance. He's 2-0. 2.30 ERA, 20 strikeouts to 11 walks. Tony Walters 0 for 1, a couple of walks in this one. What a great moment for Ubaldo Jimenez. And sadly, with the coronavirus, the COVID-19 kind of cut his comeback short with the Rockies. If the season does happen, so we'll probably see him with the Rockies, which will be nice. More pitching depth. Always great to see Ubaldo. We're happy to see him back. And if you saw on Twitter, Kyle Freeland shared that picture of a pitchers meeting on Zoom. Whenever Ubaldo was sporting just this super gray goatee. And I really want him to just have that during the season. The 0-2 to Walters, swing and a miss on the changeup. And there's out number 1. Well, here's the pitcher, the starter comparison. Castellani goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs on 4 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Urania goes 4 innings, gives up 2 runs on 4 hits, 5 walks, and 1 strikeout. Neither Castellani's on the books for the win right now. Here's the first pitch to Josh Fuentes, who came in part of the double switch. In for Daniel Murphy. Swings through that one. It's 0-1. Grounded foul. 0-2. Speaking of like old Rockies teams, 0-2's fouled back. It was announced that the MLB is doing another one of those dream brackets. This time, dream season. So they pretty much picked 2 seasons from every team. Pitch misses low, 1-2. A little under 20,000 here at Marlins Park for the attendance tonight. Here's the 1-2 to Fuentes. Pops this one up foul territory. Long run by Cooper. He's there to make the catch, and there's 2 away here. I'll bring up David Dahl. So there's 2 away here in the 8th. Rockies lead at 4-3. Dahl's 0 for 2 in this one. But the Rockies, their 2 dream teams that are going to be in the dream bracket is the 07 Rockies and then the 2018 Rockies. It's 2018 Rockies, good choice. Be interesting to see how they fare. I believe the 2007 Rockies are going against the 75 Reds, and then the 18 Rockies are going against the 86 Mets. 85-86 Mets. So they kind of drew the short stick on those 2. I believe those are both very good teams. It'll be interesting to see. Hopefully one of those teams can move on to the next round. Be interesting to see. We'll always keep things updated. I think the dream bracket's supposed to start next week or so. Swing and a miss. Gets Dahl to strike out. So Conley with a 1-2-3 8th. We head to the bottom of the inning. Rockies lead at 4-3 here at Marlins Park. Wade Davis will be relieved by Carlos Estevez, making his 13th appearance. He's 2-1 with a 6.48 ERA, 8 strikeouts to 2 walks, making his 13th appearance on the year. He'll face Miguel Rojas, the shortstop, who's 1 for 3 with an RBI single. Scott Oberg warming up in the Rockies bullpen. Presumably, you'll get him to pitch the bottom of the 9th. I know he's worked quite a bit lately. Took the loss in yesterday's game. Here's the 1-0. Big swing and a miss there by Rojas. It's 1-1. So 1-1 on Miguel Rojas. Carlos Estevez trying to... He's kind of one of those 2 guys in the bullpen between him and Jairo Diaz, both with ERAs over 6, trying to bounce back. Scott Oberg looks on, pitching there in the dark. It's 1-2 on Miguel Rojas. This is high, ball 2. Well, from what it sounds like, our friends at Purple Road, their Sim Rockies really struggled at home. So their losing streak continues, I believe. They lost to the Giants yesterday or so. Sounds like they can't hit. That pitch misses inside, 3-2. Corey Dickerson waits on deck. Dangerous hitter there. Somehow ours are started to pick up things, and a called strike 3. Rojas doesn't like it. But there's 1 away. Ran that one up and in. Nice framing by Tony Walters. Up and in, catches the inside corner. And now let's bring up Corey Dickerson, who's 0 for 3 in this one. Watches ball 1. But at least our Rockies, their biggest struggle has been pitching. They've had about average hitting as of late. We know that it's just the pitching that's kind of been falling apart. Here's the 1-0 to Dickerson. Check swing, but they said he went around, so it's 1-1. But our Rockies are at least doing a little bit better all around. The bullpen's kind of been improving as of late. Here's the 1-1 to Dickerson. Runs inside, 2-1. Still a lot of questions for their pitching staff and the bench. The bench has been their weakest point. Here's the 2-1 to Dickerson. Called strike there. What it sounds like, Elias Diaz has been having some success down in Albuquerque. I'll have to check in on some of the other... And a jumping catch by Chris Owings. Kind of a soft hit liner. Times his jump perfectly. That was a tough play. Little floater. And he catches it at the apex of his jump. So that's out number 2. Nice play there by Chris Owings, who came in to replace Trevor Story, who hurt his calf. We'll have to get an update on him when we broadcast again. But now there's 2 away here for Garrett Cooper, who's 0 for 3 tonight, and the Rockies managed to keep him quiet. That pitch misses up and in, 1-0. Carlos Estevez up to 12 pitches. Fighting his command a little bit. But he's got 2 outs here in the 8th. Rockies lead at 4-3. So presumably you get, in the bottom of the 9th, you'll get Scott Oberg. If he can get Cooper here, then you start out with Brian Anderson. Here's the 2-0. Flared out to right. Blackman's there, makes the catch. And a 1-2-3 inning for Carlos Estevez here. We head to the top of the 9th. Rockies lead at 4-3. Top of the order due up for the Rockies. Only 3 outs needed for the win. As Adam Conley will stay in there for the Marlins. Sam Hilliard will lead things off. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Had a great defensive play a couple innings ago. Diving catch in foul territory to get Jazz Chisholm, the pinch hitter. Big swing and a miss there. It's quickly 0-2 on Hilliard. Nice movement there by Conley with that curveball. It's tough on left. Another 0-2. Got him swinging, strike 3. Rough day for Sam Hilliard. He's 0 for 4. I'll bring up Nolan Arenado. Just pumped the cheddar cheese right by him from the zone. He can't catch up to it. And now that'll bring up Nolan Arenado. Arenado in this one, 1 for 4. Had an RBI single way back when. First pitch to him is a called strike. Well, again, remind everybody, this is a 2-parter for this broadcast. The first half, about the 4th or 5th inning. About the 4th inning, something went screwy on us, so we had to restart the broadcast. Pick up from there. So this is part 2 that we're watching right now. Here's the 0-2 to Arenado. Misses high. If there's a way, I'll hopefully just cut these 2 together, if possible. But who knows? It's YouTube. I don't know what I'm doing. So 1-2 on Arenado. Kicks and deals. Fights off that fastball. Keeps trying to go up around the letters. Arenado fights it off. Rockies have a weekend series here against the Marlins for 3, and then they'll head out to Chicago, take on the White Sox for 2, and then they'll come back home, face the Phillies. Here's the 2-2 to Arenado. Called strike 3. With the fastball down the heart of the plate. 4th strikeout for Conley. He's just been cruising along. So 2 outs here for Charlie Blackmon. Blackmon, a solo homer back in the 7th, gave the Rockies a 4-3 lead. That's where we've sat since. Swings first pitch from Conley, and that one's fair. That'll be extra bases for Blackmon. He'll glide into second with a 2-out double. Flared it off the end of the bat. Wasn't sure if it was going to stay fair. Just tucks it in down the line. Traveled quite a ways. Long run. They were in the shift, so long run for Dickerson. Gets to it, and Blackmon gets into second easily. As I've said, we've seen Rockies do that quite a bit. And I'll bring up Chris Owings making his first plate appearance tonight. In for Trevor Story. Hurt himself back in the 6th. Or back in the 7th, I should say, is when we saw him last. The 1-0 to Owings, runs outside, 2-0. Chris Owings had a good day yesterday, played center field. Here's the 2-0 to Owings. The 2 Owings. Here's the 2-1 now on Chris Owings. Owings came in part of the second. Rockies were coming in at short as Trevor Story kind of hurt his calf while he stole second base, with Daniel Murphy at the plate. Here's the 2-1 to Owings. Just misses outside. 3-1. Carlos Estevez, the pitcher spot, waits on deck. Looks like we'll get Ian Desmond or Raimel Tapia. And that ball runs outside. Ball 4. So 2-out walk here to Owings. There's men on first and second here in the ninth. As we'll get Ian Desmond, the pinch hitter, to pinch hit. Desmond we haven't seen much of lately, but he's hitting .263 on the year with a homer, 7 RBIs. And it's lined into center field. That's a base hit. Blackman around third, and he bobbles it in center. We'll see if Owings gets the green light, but he'll get stopped at third. But an RBI double for... Well, it was an RBI single for Ian Desmond. They're going to go ahead and walk McMahon to load the bases and take their chances with Tony Walters. First pitch swinging by Ian Desmond, just squared it up, lines it into center, as that'll bring in Brandon Kinsler, getting his 17th appearance. He's 2-0, 156 ERA, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks, in 17 innings of work. Don Mattingly will ask him to get him out of the inning here in the ninth. Keep it a 1-run ball game. Keep it a 2-run ball game. As Tony Walters is 0 for 2 with a couple of walks. Matt Joyce kind of misplayed it in center, overran it. That allowed Desmond to get to second. And this is tapped to third. Anderson will throw it to second, and that'll retire the side. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Kinsler. Easiest money he's ever made for the night. We head to the bottom of the ninth. Rockies lead 5-3. They got an insurance run. Anderson, Ramirez, and Joyce due up for the Marlins. And they will face Scott Oberg, making his 15th appearance. He's 0-2 on the year, 2 for 4 in save opportunities, a .338 average ERA, 15 strikeouts, 7 walks. A lot of those walks came the other night. So looking for his 3rd save of the year. He'll face Brian Anderson, the 3rd baseman. First pitch from Oberg. That one's lined foul. It's 0-1. Well, Oberg struggled these past couple of nights. Walked in a run against the Giants in Game 3. Finally got the final out with the bases loaded. Tying run 90 feet away. And got the line out to center. And then last night, gave up a run in the 11th on 3 hits. Took the loss. Rockies lost that one 4-3. Here's the 1-1 to Anderson. Misses low, 2-1. Well, Oberg was the most solid in the bullpen and then replaced Wade Davis. All of a sudden, Oberg's kind of been struggling as of late in the closer role. And Wade Davis has been doing a little bit better in a regular reliever role. So, who knows? That pitch misses inside 3-1. Perhaps the closer role's cursed for the Rockies. Who knows? Here's the 3-1 to Anderson. Hits that one foul and run the count full. At least Oberg's got a 2-run lead to work with. A little bit of breathing room, but not enough. Here's another payoff pitch to Anderson. Skied out to left field. Hilliard, a few steps to his left, makes the catch. And there's one away here in the ninth. Scott Oberg's got his first out. Numbering of Harold Ramirez, the right fielder. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Double back in the 4th. And Scott Oberg looking to shut the door here for the Rockies. Get themselves back on the winning path. It's 0-1. Rockies a little bit better week. They split the series with the Giants. Hoping to get the win here. So 2-2 on the week. Starting on Monday. Here's the 0-1 to Ramirez. Misses inside, 1-1. They're able to win the last game of the 4-game series against the Reds.
I got 2 on the count.
So they've won 3 out of their last 8.
That's ball 3.
And this is ball 3, so 3-1 near. Now on Harold Ramirez, Matt Joyce, the center fielder, waits on deck. Oberg's just got to pound the zone. We know he has a good fastball.
Nope.
Check swing, but ball 4, so I'll bring up the tying run to the plate in Matt Joyce.
The center fielder, number 7.
Oberg sometimes spends a little bit too much time trying to get him to chase and nibble out the corners instead of just attacking. So Matt Joyce bats now. Runner on first, 1 out. Here's the delivery. Grounder to through the side into left field. They had him shaded up a little towards the middle for the double play. Said he bounces it the other way as Arenado is playing more on the bag. And so now there's 2 aboard. Well, the one way is Monte Harrison will pinch run for Matt Joyce. So you got good speed on the bases now for Jorge Alfaro, who represents the winning run. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in this one. Scott Oberg has pitched himself into a little bit of a jam here. 1 out here in the 9th. The Rockies lead at 5-3. First pitch to Alfaro is in there for a called strike. Yimi Garcia warming up for the Marlins. If they can push this to extras, he'll take over on the mound. Oberg comes set, the 0-1. Just misses outside, 1-1. Misses with the slider. As always, as I say it again and again, the Rockies just can't seem to make it easy on themselves, especially in the 9th. There's the 1-1 to Alfaro. Called strike on the outside corner. It's 1-2. The 1-2. Low and outside. So 2-2 to Alfaro. Here's the pitch. Misses inside, ball 3. So full count now on the Marlins catcher. Pitcher spot on deck. Here comes the payoff pitch to Alfaro. Ball 4. So just like that, Scott Oberg has loaded the bases here with 1 away here in the 9th. Tying run at second. Go-ahead man aboard. As Steve Foster will come out to talk to Scott Oberg. Oberg's struggles have really been on display this week. As we'll get a pinch hitter in Jesus Aguilar. So a dangerous hitter here with 1 away. Aguilar's hitting .270 on the year. With 1 out, first pitch swinging, fouls away the slider. It's 0-1. Here comes the 0-1 to Aguilar. Misses low, ball 1. Hitting .208 with runners in scoring position. And this is just like the other night against the Giants. Oberg just having trouble finding the zone. Pitch misses high, 2-1 with the slider. So Ramirez at third, Harrison at second, Alfaro at first, Aguilar at the dish, and then Jonathan Villar is on deck. Rockies lead at 5-3. Here's the 2-1 to Aguilar. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count now. Got him swinging at the slider. See if he goes back to that. Here's the pitch. Misses outside, ball 3. So another full count with 1 out. Oberg in danger of walking in a run again. Here's the payoff pitch to Aguilar. Swing, popped, right field. Blackman's got it, tagging is Ramirez. The throw home. Not in time. It's a 5-4 ball game. In the meantime, the tying run moves up to third. So 2 away now with runners on the corners. Scott Oberg gets the fly ball, but Aguilar does his job, and the Marlins are back within 1. Blackman doesn't have the strongest arm, and he offline up the line a bit. Easy way to score for Ramirez. So Harrison moves up to third, and Jonathan VR now bats with tying run at third. Winning run at first. And 2 away here in the 9th. Rockies lead 4-5, or 5-4. First pitch to VR misses outside for ball 1. Well, just like that, it's a little bit more nail-biting here. Here's the 1-0 to VR. Swing and a miss there to 1-1. How huge is that insurance run in the top of the 9th for the Rockies? It's absolutely crucial at bat by Ian Desmond now. In the 1-1, flared out to deep center field. Dahl goes back, makes the catch, and that's your ball game. Rockies hold on in the 9th, and they win this one 5-4 as they take game 1 of this 3-game weekend series. Scott Oberg made it a little rough there in the 9th, but the Rockies are able to hold on for the win. Ryan Castellani gets his 2nd win of the year. Goes 6 innings, gives up 3 runs. As the Marlins are unable to mount their comeback. Castellani improves to 2-2. Hernandez drops to 2-1, and Oberg gets his 3rd save. Rockies win at 5-4. Rockies with 10 hits. Marlins with 6. Kind of back and forth affair tonight. Player of the game, Charlie Blackmon. Had a home run in the 7th that gave the Rockies the lead. They never relinquished it from there. He went 2 for 4 with a homer and a double. Castellani goes 6 innings, 3 runs and 4 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 walks. Eliezer Hernandez takes the loss, goes 2 innings, gives up 2 hits and 1 run. Some of the notables for the Rockies: Trevor Story went 3 for 4 with a triple and a run scored. He did come out of the game, though, after hurting his calf, so we'll assume he's day-to-day. We'll see how that develops in the coming days. But Daniel Murphy went 2 for 4 with a double, and RBI, and a run scored. Ian Desmond with the crucial pinch hit double in the 9th to score that Rockies' 5th run, which turned out to be the deciding factor. Notables for Miami: pinch hit home run by Francisco Cervelli. Harold Ramirez goes 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Jorge Alfaro 1 for 2 with a run scored, and Jonathan VR 1 for 4 with a walk. So kind of a back and forth affair. Rockies scored 1 in the 3rd to take the lead, and then Miami scored 2 to answer. Then top of the 4th, Rockies took back the lead with a run, and then scored a run in the 5th. Marlins then scored a run in the 5th to tie it up at 3. Rockies then take the lead in the 7th off the solo home run, and then scored a run in the 9th for insurance, and then the Marlins scored a run in the 9th to make it a 1-run ball game. So an exciting back and forth affair. The Rockies stay on top. So thank you so much for joining us. This has been Skylar Timmons as part of the Sideline Crowd. As we remind you that we are not affiliated with Colorado Rockies, Major League Baseball, or MLB The Show. And as always, you can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. Share us around with your friends, people who may be missing baseball. Any support is greatly appreciated. Feedback, whatever it may be. Just trying to do this for fun and get some practice, as I hopefully can make this into a career one day. But anyways, this has been it here on the Sideline Crowd. Thank you so much for joining us, and go Rockies. Always nice when they win.